Hi guys, so I'm in my new house and it's 2019. Hopefully the sound is quite good in here because it's a nice little small room. It's my guest bedroom. It's not very decorated yet, so I'm sorry it's kind of a boring background, but I wanted to start the year off with giving you guys some advice about how to set goals and what to do if you're struggling setting goals or if you've struggled in the past achieving them. I've had a bit of a weird start to my year because I've moved house over Christmas and everything's very disorganised for me. I don't have a routine yet. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not waking up at good times of the day. I'm dealing with lots of the things that aren't related to work and goals that I want to achieve. So it's a bit of a funny one for me, so I thought that this was a good time to sit down and talk about what I'm doing to combat that and what I have done in the past to achieve my goals. But before we get into the video, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Skillshare, who are sponsoring today's video. They're an online learning community and it's perfect for this time of year if you've set yourself the goal of trying to learn something new or acquire a new skill. So there's over 25,000 classes in things like design, technology, business, finance, and there's really anything for everyone on there. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to all of the classes on there, so you get to join whatever community or classes that fit you and your New Year's goals. So maybe this year you want to learn more about photography, or you want to pursue a different career, or maybe you want to really sort out your personal finances. Skillshare will have loads of classes on there that you can learn and achieve all of those things for 2019. I've talked about this before, but I've really enjoyed learning about finance on Skillshare. I really want to understand personal finance, accounts, especially as someone who runs their own business, and Skillshare has so many classes. I am obsessed. It's also really affordable. If you join an annual subscription, it's under $10 per month. So if you want to see what Skillshare is all about before you give it a go, then you can click the link in the description and the first 500 people will get 2 months for free. Now that's enough about Skillshare, let's get into the video. So one of the biggest mistakes when we make New Year's resolutions is not making them specific. We just say to ourselves, I really want to get fit this year. I really want to be healthier. I want to be a better person. I want to, get my dream job. And we don't go into detail or specify how we're going to do that. I've done this so many times. I've written a long list of all the fanciful things that I want to achieve and then, put it aside and never thought about it again. So we want to get specific and we want to go into the nitty-gritty of how we're going to achieve it. So say, for example, your New Year's resolution is to get fit, because I know that's a lot of people's New Year's resolutions. So I thought it'd be a good example. So how are you going to get fit this year? What things are you going to be doing to achieve that goal? So maybe that means realistically, you can go to the gym 3 times a week. Maybe one of those times you're going to go to the gym by yourself, and then 2 of the other times you're going to go to a spin class. And then to stretch out the weekend, you're going to watch a Yoga with Adriene video on a Sunday night. And you're going to try and keep that up and not be hard on yourself if you miss out a gym class. But that would be quite a good start and a specific way in which you can see how you can do that. Go into even more detail though. What time are those spin classes? What times are you going to be going to the gym? Are you going to go in the morning or the evening? What days are you going to be going to them at? Do they fit in with your work schedule? Get specific and really think about how that's going to happen, and it can get you on the way to achieving it. If it's something totally different, like trying to spend less time on social media or trying to read more, those are some of my things that I want to achieve. I've decided to sit down every single morning and read a chapter of a book so that I actually start reading, because when I read at nighttime, I just fall asleep. So in the morning with my breakfast, I've been reading my Kindle and it's been working out really well. Similarly with social media, I need to spend less time on my phone. So I got really slack on leaving my phone downstairs. I used to not have my phone in the bedroom and I've really not been doing that recently. So it's back to leaving the phone out the bedroom in the mornings and the evenings to make sure I'm not scrolling aimlessly. And that is a specific way in which I can achieve it. So get specific and really think about the nitty-gritty details of how you will achieve a goal. So in order to be specific, you need to write it down. I know it's already midway into January, so you may well have already done this, but if you've written down goals and not been specific, then get the pen and paper out again and go into detail. Look at those goals and write down exactly how you're going to achieve them, like I just mentioned. And writing it down means that you can look back at it, remind yourself, and also it's kind of like when you're in school and you'd revise, people would tell you to write it down on flashcards, because the act of writing it down really makes things go into your head better and makes you understand it better. That is one of the biggest things, and it also means that you can keep track of it as the year goes by. And if you have set yourself the goal of getting fit this year and you haven't been to the gym in a very, very long time, do not set yourself the goal of going to the gym 6 times a week for an hour and a half, because I'm telling you now, it will not happen. You need to be realistic with your goals and you need to be honest with yourself on what you can achieve. I like to kind of set goals that are high expectations, but not so high that it's unachievable. So, for example, this year I've set myself a goal that I want to achieve 500,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Now that goal is a hard goal. That goal is going to be something that if I achieve, I will be very proud of myself and honestly flabbergasted. But I haven't set myself the goal of reaching 1 million subscribers or 2 million subscribers, because that ain't gonna happen. If I'd set myself the goal that I need to read a book a week, I won't do that because I am terrible at forgetting to read and putting it off. And I have set myself instead the goal of reading 1 to 2 books per month, because that's feasible for me. So set yourself realistic goals that are applicable to you and nobody else. It will make it a lot easier for you to achieve them. Another way that will really help you achieve your goals is to break it down. So like I was talking about with being specific and writing things down, when you're doing that, break it up into categories. So I separate my goals into personal goals and business goals. And within personal goals, I think about things like mental health, physical health, relationships. And then within business goals, I break down all the different areas of my business. So things like YouTube, Instagram, my books, my website, finances, etc. And it means that I can get really specific and break every little element of my life up. It makes it easier for me to function with my brain and understand what's going to be happening, and I can plan it and organize it. Also, if that isn't appealing to you and that sounds just crazy and far too much, then find a way that you can break your goals down to make it make sense for you, because everyone's very different and everyone's brains works very different. So don't think that that's how you have to do it if it doesn't feel right for you. It means that when you're looking back at your goals through the year, you can understand them better. So I like to write down my yearly goals at the start of the year, and in my bullet journal every month I write down my monthly goals, and then at the start of each week I have my weekly plan, which I refer back to my monthly goals every week. So I look at my monthly goals and then I think, okay, how can I achieve that this week with the work that I'm doing, or with the gym workouts I'm doing, or with the the books that I'm reading, or whatever it is. And it makes it easier for me to see with it broken down like that. So find a way that works for you and follow that through. And also don't worry if you don't do it, because there's plenty of weeks and months where I don't do it at all. And that leads me on to not being hard on yourself, because as I said, I don't do that all the time. Towards the end of the year, my bullet journal was looking very empty and I wasn't filling it out. I started this year in a bit of a funk. I moved house, I felt quite anxious, my routine was all over the place, I wasn't organised, my stuff was everywhere, and I didn't write my goals down until a couple of days ago, and it's the 11th of January when I'm filming this. So do not be hard on yourself, and don't expect, your world to change just because it's the new year. And also, don't be hard on yourself when you don't achieve goals that you've set for yourself either. If some things work out and other things don't, then it doesn't matter. That's just life. And you should be proud of yourself for the things that you have achieved and the things that have worked out for you. Just get back on it and motivate yourself again, because if you're self-deprecating and you're too hard on yourself, it will only make everything a lot more difficult. One of my biggest resolutions I've set for myself this whole year is to chill out and give myself time off. That means taking a whole day off a week, and also not moaning and not complaining and just being more grateful. So if I achieve nothing else but those 2 things, then I will be so happy at the end of this year, because honestly they mean the most to me above everything else. Thanks once again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check the link in the description so you can sign up if you are interested in learning something new. If it fits with one of your New Year's resolutions maybe, then I think it could be really useful for the next 2 months. You get your free membership, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.